Hello. Took me a minute to respond because, like an idiot, I left the top chat thing on again. Hi, Chelsea, Neanna, Rose, and Lelaine. Juliana. Yes, everybody that comes in, if you want a message, you can get one. I'm just using, I had the intent to use one deck, but I have quite a few near me, so I'll give you an option. So it'll be general. So if you have any specific questions that you would like along with it, uh, for specific questions, you can send any amount of a donation and I'll look into that for you. But for the general messages, you can choose the Romance Angels Oracle. Where is Saints and Angels Oracle, which is Doreen Virtue also, um, which is this right here, and or an Angel Tarot. So, hi Beverly. I haven't seen you in a while. Ashley, so for specific questions, I'm doing donations for those, but I'm offering a free general message if you would like one. So let's see. I would think that's a good thing though. Yes. Okay, so I guess I'll go in maybe in order that people request. I don't know. So let me see. And my hair looks a mess, so please look over it. So Neanna, you asked first. So do you want me to just pick which one I'm drawn to, or do you have one in particular that you want me to use? Which is right now beside me, I have Romance Angels, Saints and Angels, and Angel Tarot. So just let me know if one of those catches your eye. Okay. So Romance Angels it is. And all these want to pop out. So it can take me quite some time to shuffle. I created this process a while back and I've been using it since then. It works for me perfectly. Okay, so Neanna, you have heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So that is just telling you that maybe this is possibly coming up, but it may be something you need to do to strengthen your relationships, whether it's friendships or if it's romantic wise, family members. It's a need for you to open up your feelings and be more honest about your feelings with other people around you. So that's your message. Yes, Ashley. Let me see. I want to try to go um, in the order that people came. I don't have my moderator, so it'll be a little difficult. Uh, so, Chelsea, are you still here? Okay. So, I hope that helped you, Leanna. Thank you, Juliana, for the list. That helps. So, Chelsea, you have flirt to extend your lighthearted energy to others. So, um, pretty much this is about being more, I feel like for you, it's being more aware of when somebody is flirting with you. I kind of feel like when someone is flirting with you, or even if you have a significant other, when they're flirting with you, you kind of take it the wrong way. But in being oblivious to when somebody is actually flirting with you beyond, like, when somebody's trying to connect with you beyond friendship, you kind of don't feel it like that. You think they're trying to do something else or coming at you a different way. But yeah, just a message to see, come out of that shyness, um, be bold. I mean, you don't have to just be forward, but just be a little bit more open and be open to receiving compliments. You might not think you're worthy of compliments, maybe, but this is a message that says otherwise. It's wanting you to get out there more and to turn on your charm, I guess you could say. It's not necessarily flirting, isn't really necessarily just telling somebody how good they look, or yeah, flirting can be like a personality type of thing. It doesn't have to like be like a sexual type of thing. Um so Rose C, you're welcome. So again, there's the, yeah, this one will probably be popular because love is what everybody looks for. So, well, most people. Okay, so Rose C. Hmm. I was trying to make sure that wasn't the same card. Okay. Hi, Anna. So, Rose, you have let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. Um, so maybe you have like when it comes to love or even connecting with people in general, you might have a feeling um like things have to be a certain way, things have to happen in a certain order, um, or that you might have to force things to happen in order to get what it is that you want to accomplish in a relationship. Um, this just tells you to allow the universe to do what it has to do to get you there. Don't feel like you have to do anything to necessarily get those results. Try not to force it and just let it happen naturally. Um, yeah. So let go of control issues and like any fixed outcomes you might have, kind of release those and let things happen the way that they're supposed to be happening. Trust the synchronicities and how whatever is happening now, trust the order that it's happening in, um, and just trust the process. So Lelaine, I think she was next. So Juliana, would it be okay for me to make you a moderator so people know that you're doing a list? If I can get it to work. Now I know I'm doing this right, but I don't know why it's not doing anything. Hmm. I swear this has been with every piece of technology that I have. That's not important. I don't even know who that is calling me. Um, yeah, I can't get it to work. Okay, so Lelaine. I know sometimes she kind of has, it might be my device, but for the most part, anytime I have Lelaine in here, she has like a delay or something. Okay, there she is. Uh, so which deck did you want? Did you want Romance Angels, Saints and Angels, or an Angel Tarot? My hair is so messed Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. Just looking for something. Uh, I'm here. I'm just getting something. Okay. Hi, Beverly. So anybody can request a message. Just request the message, and Juliana will put you on the list. Bye bye. I don't know why that keeps popping out. That might be for me. I had a feeling this was gonna come up. So Lelaine, you have past life relationship. You have known each other before. So whether you're looking for love or maybe you've gotten out of something not long ago, I feel like this is about somebody that you've gotten out of a situation with not long ago, and that it's just validation that your connection with them, even though it was maybe inappropriate timing, and even though it was maybe not the ideal relationship, it was because it was a situation you were dealing with in a previous lifetime. Um, so if you're looking for love, this could be about like a reconnection. Overall, I feel like it's what I just said, but for a general message, but it might be about a reconnection, whether it's just communication or possibly getting back together with somebody. But I feel like for you, it is just validating that this person was in your past life. Um, and that it was kind of a bit hard for you to let go of the relationship, and that's why. So, for the most part, you could possibly be reconnecting with them or some other person of your past as well. So, it could also be that you're focusing on this relationship. So, I hope that helps and makes sense. I feel like it's somewhat like all of what I just said in one. It's not even just either or. I feel like it's all of it. Okay. Um, so the other cards that I have near me, Juliana or Angel Tarot, and uh, Saints and Angels, which is the deck that I want to use overall. However, I came up with a last minute idea since I had these others beside me. Uh, this one, Angel Tarot. Um, I've showed you all of them. This is the same deck. It's the box that it goes in. Is why I was showing it together. This is this deck. I'm glad it resonates. Elaine. Now, as always, if anybody would like questions or a more in-depth reading, you can always book a reading with me, or I am doing donations for questions during this live if anybody's interested. But the general messages are free, and it might actually be an answer to a question, even though I'm not looking into it, but it might actually help you with something that you've been wondering. So just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, Juliana. So you have sign from above. Now, if you paid attention to the thumbnail before you came in the live, that card is I do a card of the day for a certain website every day. And this is the card that came up, and I always take a picture of the card of the day. And this is the card that came up on that site for everybody. It is also on a thumbnail. So it says sign from above, and the angel that it comes from is guardian angel, or the messenger, I should say, is guardian angel. Um, what they want to do is ask you to acknowledge the signs that have been given to you. Also, it could talk about like a loved one on the other side, validating that they are with you, and that they are trying to protect you and guide you to the path that you are meant to be on for your highest good. Um, Even if you like hear their names, like whether it's on TV or on the radio, or you're seeing something constantly, like maybe certain numbers, um, maybe like certain things that you might see more than once a day, see or hear more than once a day, or what is the other thing? I forgot. Or if like somebody, if multiple people are giving you the same piece of advice in different ways, it's telling you to pay attention to them. That's a sign, and that maybe you should incorporate it into your daily life. So, sign from above. You're being helped from loved ones, God, angels, just the universe all around, and they're leaving you signs that maybe you've been ignoring. but these signs are trying to tell you something and they're trying to help you. So that is your card, Juliana. I understand. But yeah, that is the message that came up for a main card of the day that I did for a website. Um, so yeah, I use it as the thumbnail because I figured, well, this is the deck I wanted to use for the live since I used it for the other website. But then I just decided to maybe go with the different selection. So, um, Demetrius, if I'm saying that right. Okay. So, um, if anybody wants a card that hasn't had any, let Juliana know if you would like one, and she will put you on the list. Also, for each person, it might take me a minute because I have this shuffling process. I do it even for when I'm doing readings privately for people, and I feel like I just have to do it for everybody. So it'll take maybe a minute. So when I count out the cards like that, it's just me spelling out your username or your name and the last letter that comes up, or the last letter of your name is the card that comes up. So if anybody's wondering why I'm doing that, that's what I'm doing. So Demetrius, you have the playfulness card, and it's pretty much the same as the flirt card. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So pretty much bringing out your inner child, um, building a relationship and not having any expectations going into it. Um, and just going with the flow. It's kind of like the flirt card and the let go of control issues card in one, in my opinion. Um, so just be playful and don't feel like you have to take things seriously right away in a relationship, or if you're even in a relationship now, sorry. Um, there's a need to kind of have more fun with this person and not be just not setting, I guess, too high standards, your standards too high. Just have fun with the connection and be playful. So I hope that makes sense. pretty much just going into something without expectations, even if you're just meeting friends. You're welcome. All right. So, Beverly. So, I have romance angels, saints and angels, which is this, that. These two are the same. It's just, I just showed the box because I have it near. It goes in this box. Um, or Angel Tarot, Beverly. Gotcha. Oops. Those are the decks. Hi, Mariah. So, specific questions I'm doing for donations. The general is free, but I do give you a choice of what deck you would like me to use that I have that's nearby me at the moment. What is this? I feel like I know what cards you're going to get, or at least what suit it's going to come from. So if anybody would like a card that hasn't had one or would like to be on the list, let Juliana know, and then I'll go from there. Alrighty, so Beverly. Hmm. Okay. So, Beverly, you have Three of Wands. It can be a card. It is significant to fire sign energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be your overall zodiac sign, but it could be um, like somewhere in your chart, or maybe somebody around you in their chart somewhere, possibly both. Three of Wands is like a card where there's something that involves or needs to involve more teamwork. Um, it could be a job situation, a project, whatever the situation is. Um, Possibly somebody coming in to help you with something. And a need to be prepared. it's not a bad card. It's more so about being, I guess, more willing to accept help. Um, and making a team effort in something. It could be you and one other person. It's not even necessarily a job thing. It could be, but if it's a relationship you're focused on, it's about you and this person needing to come up with more ideas together and just working together in general. So there you go. So either this is something that's coming up or group effort in something, or it's something that's already occurring that needs to become a group effort. No problem, Beverly. I do have a new website also, which I may need to. You're welcome. Um, yes, Ashley, I think. Yeah. Um, do you want me to give you my website link now, Beverly, or do you think you might be able to? It's on the old website that I was using. It's at the top of. It should be on every page. Especially on the home page, you'll be able to find it. It's at the top. You might have to copy and paste to get to it. Because when I clicked on it, it wouldn't send me directly to it. I had to copy and paste it, but I'll send it to you. Just give me 1 second. And Ashley, I am getting to you when I send this link. I'm also doing like more in depth or specific questions in this live too, as well, if you don't want to wait for a private. If I can. Oh. I don't offer quite as much as I did on the old one. Hi, Encouragement World. So there's the new link. If you do see something on my old website that you would like and I don't offer it on my new one, let me know and I might be able to work around it or figure something out. Hi, Ashley. So specific questions are only for donations at this time. Right now, I am only doing free general one card angel message. Um, there's a link if anybody wants more in depth or has a specific question. Um, but for the free messages, you can choose romance angels. I think that's what you chose, but I'm going to recap since saints and angels and angel tarot. Encouragement world, any amount you want to give. It's not a set thing. So any amount. All right, so Ashley. I think I'll be doing a sale too. I'm not sure when, but I'm gonna do a sale on the questions reading. Ashley. So this card comes back out. So, Ashley, you have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So, uh, pretty much being not necessarily forward, but more open about how you feel about somebody. Not necessarily like deep feelings or emotions, just um, being more playful. Um, just being more playful and having a fun type of energy and not going into things with a lot of expectation. um yeah, I need to possibly get out of your comfort zone and be free and um just be bold. This will possibly help um make your current relationships, like even just friendships and things, like just being more, not flirting with everybody, but like being more of a free spirit, being more open minded, pretty much. And if you possibly think somebody is cute, don't be afraid to tell them that you think, hey, I think you're cute. Um, trying to look for that list. So Anna is next, and she had romance angels. So I hope that helped you, Ashley. That could also, I know you asked the question, I didn't answer it, and this might not be the answer, but that card could be something to help you with that person also. So you can take it as advice for that situation also. Thank you, Encouragement World. Um, Let me do Anna, and then if you have a question, just let me know and I'll get you after Anna. So if you send a donation, you can add. You can also get a general card, but you will also get a specific question if you have one, and you'll be bumped up on the list also. So after I get through with Anna, I'll be with Encouragement World, and then we'll get back on the list. Okay. And here's this card again. Anna, you have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Um, so this card can mean quite a few things. It can mean a reconnection with somebody of the past, a person that has been involved with you to some extent in your past life. It can be that you are focusing on a past relationship, or that is just generally somebody you know that you're going to get connected with or reacquainted with and possibly have a romance with, even if they were just friends with you in the past. Um, I feel like for you, it might be that it's possible that that's what you're focusing on. It's also validation that if there is a person of the past that you're not necessarily thinking about, it could be hi Airy 17. Um, it could be a message that you have, um, that that person is thinking about you, not necessarily that you've been thinking about them. Um, so yeah, expect some type of past reconnection here. Again, it could also be a friend, um, that you've had that may develop further feelings for you in the future. So, past life relationship. Hi, Ari 17. Yes, just let Juliana know. She will put you on the list and tell her what deck you would like. Also, the decks are the Romance Angels, Saints and Angels, or Angel Tarot. You're welcome. So Encouragement World donated. So anybody that donates will get priority, which means you'll be at the top of the list, and also you'll get a specific question and possibly a more in-depth response. Um, just let me check the thing here to make sure. I don't know what's with this thing today, but it's acting really, really slow. So Encouragement World. Did you have a question or did you just want a general love reading, Encouragement World? I don't know why, but while I was checking my PayPal, I don't know if it's just the song stuck in my head or if it's for you, but when I was thinking about doing your message, um, a certain song came up in my head. I think it's for you though, because I mean, I like that song, but it's not normally just stuck in my head. Do you just want a general love reading, or do you have a question in mind with that? The song is what is it? Yeah, okay. I have to think about it. It wasn't even the beginning of a song. It was like it was a part in one part in the song specifically that came out. Mm, if you can, when I'm done with this, or if you have any time, check that song out. Yeah, I love that song too. It might be just that. Yes, I'll answer that for you. It might just be um, just that one particular part that maybe Spirit was trying to validate a feeling for. I don't know if that's how you feel or what it is, but that one specific part popped up. It was a part, and I think we all have these days where we feel like that, but it was a part where she was saying that he had her looking in the mirror, disgusted with herself, wishing that she looked like someone else, like the girls you like on Instagram. That's the part that came up. So I don't know. That might not be for you. It could be for somebody else. But as soon as I was like thinking about your name, it just popped up out of nowhere. Okay, so encouragement world, will you find love or will love find you? It's not like a sad song, but it is like based off of an experience. Um, I believe the artist was referring to a previous marriage she was in. She now knows her worth. However, she made a good song out of it, out of what happened. So, but the song is pretty much how she knows her value now, even though those things has happened to her. It made her grow. So that's mostly what it's about. And that could also be a sign for you, Melly Mercy, since you said you heard the song yesterday. I was thinking about, well, not thinking about, but I had got the month November encouragement world, so I don't know if that's of significance to you currently or if that's something coming up. Let's see. Hmm. Um, so encouragement world, you have seven of swords. The reason why I was just looking like maybe like not shocked, but kind of just the way that I was analyzing here. I for some reason now some cases I can, remember bits and pieces of what I might tell somebody. It's a rare thing because I've read for way too many people by now for me to even keep up with, but sometimes I will remember. Um, I think I'm not sure if it was you though. It could have been you or somebody else, but I remember. I feel like I've given you this message before. Seven of Swords is theft. It's talking about. I don't know if that was for you. It might have been for you, but if it is, let me know and I can see why it's maybe popping back up again. It's about manipulative energy, somebody feeling like something was taken away from them. If I can recall, I think you have, this is me just remembering here, I think you have a son or whoever I gave this message to, whether it was you or somebody else. They had a kid and they were getting kind of, somebody died and a will was messed up or something. If was that you, encouragement world? And your son was supposed to get something out of it, but he didn't get anything or get what he was supposed to get due to family members. I know you asked about love, and that's what I'm looking into, but this is popping up too. So it's possibly that you're more focused on that situation. So that might be why you haven't really found the love yet that you're looking for because the other people's concerns are kind of delaying those prospects for you. Are you still here, encouragement world? I just need to make sure I'm on the right situation. Like I said, sometimes I will remember stuff if, you come back in and maybe the same message might pop up. I might start to remember. That was somebody I do know. I don't know if it was you. Okay. Yeah, so it was your situation. Um, well, it looks like, well, you have that currently, and it speaking of, let me gather my thoughts before I really have to show you a side of me that you do not want to see because I don't know if that was to be funny or what it was, but it was very immature and I'm not trying to deal with that today. I've already had a bad day waking up this morning. So if you could just shut the hell up or get out of my life, it'd be very much appreciated. Thank you. Lord have mercy. Sorry, encouragement world, but people want to be ignorant. But yeah, it's like you're still stuck on that situation. Um, I tried for some reason. This computer is not letting me do it right now. Because believe me, I tried to right when And the weird thing is, I've never actually dealt with, I've dealt with trolls, but like on here, not really. I mean, I've had my fair share of people that would just, you know, try to push my buttons, but that right there is a whole nother thing. Um, like, what was your point in coming in here to say that? Am I bothering you? Great. Yeah, I know, but I've just never faced it really just in the live before. Well, actually, never mind, take that back. I had dealt with it before, but it wasn't like an insult like that. It was just somebody that was closed minded about the spiritual world and psychic abilities and stuff. And they were still trying to be funny, but they were also probably, they weren't, they just didn't understand it, possibly. Yeah, and it looks like it was nothing but a racist, too, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I'm not crazy. I'm just trying to get my mind off of that. Yeah, that's what it's saying. That's why I ended up remembering your situation. Because if it's strong enough and spirit feels like, it's worth me mentioning, they'll make me remember your situation. So when I pulled these cards, I instantly started just remembering what you were talking to me about in the last live. Um, so it's saying that you're currently focused on that too hard, and that's keeping you from finding anyone. I mean, it's not necessarily keeping you from finding anyone, but it is kind of delaying the process a little bit, and possibly it's possible that you might need to get this out of the way and any other burdens before settling with the love life. It's not saying to put your life on hold for other people or anything, but this situation I feel needs to be solved at least maybe 85% before you find a love interest or just try to search for it too hard. Um, you have the Wheel of Fortune though. The Seven of Swords, I feel like it was current energy. That's why I brought that situation up. But you have Wheel of Fortune, and that's a good card. It is about, doing good in the financial area, um, having long term success, being where you are meant to be. So, right now, that is the issue here currently. However, this card is saying you'll be out of it, you'll get out of it and have it settled. Um, Now, I don't know when. That could be where I was getting the. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's weird because that's my dad's birthday. Um, Mother was February. But yeah, um, you'll get out of it. When I was saying earlier, like when I said I heard the month November that could have been related to this, I'm going to pull you a love card. This is about what's possibly keeping your focus away from getting the love that you're looking for in the romantic sense. Um, but I'm going to pull a love card for you also. But yeah, I feel like you will find love. It could either be that you'll find love within November or this situation will be settled around that time, possibly. Um, yeah, just pray and I don't know. I feel like I'm seeing you getting out of it though, or getting it settled. So try not to. I know it's hard not to stress over it, and I can tell you a billion times to try not to look at it in a certain way or focus on it too much, but I mean, that can only do so much. Um, yeah, but I feel like once this situation is more resolved, then you would have better luck in the love area. This is spiritually keeping you blocked to that whole situation. Um, so it's spiritually blocking your romantic life as well, and it's pushing back the love that you are looking for until the situations are kind of until you have more clarity around that situation. Hmm. Yep, that seems to be the main focus. But I'm glad that you got in touch with, or that your son is getting in touch with you. That's great news. I always like to be able to tell people. I mean, I can't tell everybody what they want to hear, but the times that I can, it does bring me joy, and it makes me feel like I can turn somebody's life around just a little bit, make them feel a little bit better. Okay. You're welcome. But I am happy that that's happening and that you're maintaining a relationship with him. Even throughout all this other stuff you're going through, I think that's maybe the most important thing. Hmm. Give me a second. 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to kind of push out some negative thinking because that comment is still kind of stuck up here and it's annoying me, and I can't focus with that. Just give me 1 second. Jesus, Jesus. I just never understood why people do that. It's so freaking stupid. Okay, I'm back. Um, Even though I did tell you this before I did this love card, pretty much, it's possible that you even feel like that's possibly the reason. Well, one of the reasons why you just haven't been finding love, and it's not even just that you can't. It's spirit. They're not blocking you in a negative way. What they're doing is they feel like you need to. get this sorted out a little bit more than, you know, a little bit more than it is now. And then love, you'll be able to focus on love, 100% more than if you had this situation and then you're looking for love at the same time, is what I feel and is what I was saying. So it is safe for you to love, is what came up. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So whether you've been hurt in the past, maybe you have insecurities. I'm seeing that also. And the reason why I say that is because of that song that popped up. And that one particular part is what popped up in my head. Not even the whole song. It was just that one part. Um, it is safe for you to give somebody a chance. But for the most part, I feel like it could also be saying, instead of just saying like you need to focus on this, it may be saying that you are focused on this situation too much and you may not have time to really, or energy to focus on a romantic relationship 100% because you have that going on. So but yes, you will find love. So I see a November, December time frame, and that's either around this situation being sorted out or you finding a potential love interest. So, and that's just saying for you not to be afraid to give somebody a chance, and based on past experiences or even just generally, don't be afraid. Don't feel afraid to love another person. So I hope that helps you. It's okay. I kind of figured because I know last time you were at work. Okay, so Melly Mercy. So I do apologize, everybody, from sticking on one person too long. The donation readings will probably be like that, and even if they're not donations, sometimes it'll happen anyway. Um, but yeah. But if you haven't heard that song, and even if you have heard it, you might want to, when you get a chance, go listen to it. Okay, so Melly Mercy. No, yeah. Whoops. So it is Karma, and it's by Queen Naja. It's kind of weird because I know it was another song she had uh, that kind of blew up. And you would be surprised that even though a lot of people know that song, there's still a fair amount of people that do not know it. Yes, Medicine. I think that was like the first song of hers that was put on the radio. From my understanding, she started off as a YouTuber. She still is a YouTuber. And then she went through some stuff with her now ex-husband, and she wrote a song off of it, and it did really well. And I think Karma is about him also. But if you know of her on YouTube or follow her on YouTube or whatever, subscribe, you would likely probably know who she wrote it about. Yeah. There's some stuff going on around that though now. I don't know if I don't know. I sometimes I want to do readings on these people, but then I'm just like, I don't. I mean, I don't want. I don't want to. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm trying to leave the celebrity world alone because I'm not about to. Yeah. Uh, Melly Mercy. I don't know if this is Spirit's thing today, but apparently they want to send me songs. This is a song that I don't really even know. My sister listens to it, and she's actually the one that kind of put me on to the song, and I really just don't know it like that, but I know the beat and things like that. Uh, it might not be for you. It could just be that I got the song stuck in my head, but um, it is the um, I don't even know the name of it. I know the song, but I don't know the name of it. It's by Cardi B and Kalani, I think. It's that I guess it's called Ring, Ring, Ring. I don't know. It's about I don't know the name of it, but yeah. So I wonder if that's for you or if it's just my imagination. Or it could be for somebody else. I don't know why they want to send songs today. I'm really not even trying to. It's like from Encouragement World, a certain, not even, it's like a verse that popped up, and then now, and it could possibly still be for Encouragement World, but I'm thinking that it's for Melly Mercy, or heck, if anybody feels like it resonates, take it. Um, mm, like a Pisces in love. Is that your um zodiac sign or so with me, I don't necessarily now if I use tarot and the card is significant to a zodiac sign or an element, I will let you know. But as far as me needing a birth date or somebody's zodiac sign, I really don't work off of that. I work with the most I'll use is cards, maybe a pendulum or something like that. But like zodiac signs, they can be a bit too general. So I don't really, I mean, because even though you might be a Pisces or a Leo, not every Pisces, not every Leo, not every Aquarius is the same. We're all different. Even though we might just have some of the same characteristics, but yeah. Uh so I know you said that you don't care about your ex, and I did just get through saying something about this song Um, um, this card can mean a few different things, but ironically, along with that song, this is the card that came up. So, um, it's very possible that it's just because we just got through talking about it that it popped up, or it could be for somebody else, or to bring a different message. Now, when I say this message, don't take it as, oh, she's talking about my ex, because this could mean a few different things. Just let me give you the rundown of what the card can mean aside from that one meaning, because it's not going to always mean exactly what the card says. So you have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So you just got through saying you didn't care about an ex. So what this will mean for you or somebody that's not focused on the ex is generally releasing past situations. Um, and stop letting past situations keep you from moving forward in your love life or in life generally. Um, It also could be for somebody that says they're not focused on their ex. It could be about you needing to forgive actions of someone you're currently with so that you can move forward. They may have been your ex at some point in time, or they, you know, or it's just something that they did that you haven't forgot about and you haven't released that past situation around this person you might be currently dealing with. And this is just spirit's message of asking you and telling you, in order to strengthen that relationship mentally, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally, letting go whatever past hurts that this person caused you. So not necessarily an ex, but letting go of maybe what somebody you're dealing with currently now has done to you, or said to you. Yeah. So this is just spirit's way of telling you to keep moving forward. um and whatever this current person has done to you, whatever that was, whether it's something that they've said, or even if it's something that this person did before and they're not doing it anymore, and they want you to release the negative things they did in the past and accept them for what they are now, and give them a chance to show you a new version of themselves, is what this would mean for somebody who's not generally focused on an ex-partner. Yeah. Yep. And that could be why that song came up, because it's not necessarily saying that you've been waiting on this person to call, but with that song along with this card is telling you that this person is not doing that anymore, or doing it like they used to, making you wait on their contact. So release that song, I guess, pretty much release that action, because they're stepping up. So that's what that validates. Spirit works in funny ways, because you literally had just told me you're not focused on an ex, and then that card came up for you. You're welcome. So, just like any doubts you are having, it's only keeping from you and him from having a, mm, I guess, a better foundation. So, okay. So, Rochelle Lynn, if I'm saying that correctly. Hi, Kai or KY. Yes, you can have a general message. Just let Juliana know she's the one that's making the list, and I do have a few decks you can choose from for your message. Um, okay, so the messages are general, unless you are sending a donation for more in depth or um, more in depth or a specific question. So yes, you can see them. So it is romance angels, saints and angels, or angel tarot. Okay. So I'm on Rochelle now. So Juliana, I think will be adding you to the list. Um, yeah. So Rochelle has Angel Tarot, it looks like. I don't know why I'm getting sick all of a sudden. Okay. Hmm. I don't know why all these wands want to come out. I also ordered yesterday. I ordered me a new tarot deck. I have a lot of angel cards and oracle decks, but what I don't have is a lot of tarot. So I'm trying to invest on adding more tarot to my collection because it seems to be mostly what people like. Um, but so this deck is really interesting though. So but I should be doing when it comes or when I can get it an unboxing. If not anywhere this week, it should be here next week. It's a very interesting deck, I will say. It is more like an adult type of deck. So the children probably shouldn't be looking at it. All right. So Rochelle Lynn, you have Two of Swords. It is a card about someone being at a crossroads, someone being uncertain about something, somebody possibly trying to choose between two different things. Um, I heard screaming children that distracted me, but this card would also bring about air sign energy, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. If not your primary zodiac sign, it could be associated someone in your chart or somebody's energy around you. Um, so whatever these two things, it could even be two people you're trying to choose between, whether it's friends or job opportunities or maybe two love interests, or possibly when it comes to a love interest, if it's not two different people, it'll be somebody trying to figure out whether they want to stay with a certain person or um or just leave the relationship 100%. But um so honestly, that really just tells you the current energy. I feel like you might be in that type of, okay, so two different, so it looks like maybe these card, well, this card is all the meanings that I listed. Looks like most of them are within your energy. So um Spirit for me is giving you the month of May, and I don't know what that means, but I feel like it'll be around um, the Aquarius situation there. Um, yeah. What's weird is that, so the card of the day for everybody on this website that I do a message for every day was signs from above. And okay, so that could be it. Could just be me validating just something in your life like a birthday. So that could be it if it's not something, happening. Um as far as, like the card of the day, it was signs from above. And the weird thing is that you're an Aquarius and I'm an Aquarius, and then the guy that I'm dealing with, he's a Leo, and you're saying you're a Leo. So it kind of, it's making me think back to that message that I gave. So it's very, that's just another sign for me for the day. I've had plenty of them today. Um, but yeah, you're welcome. So if it wasn't anything that's happening, sometimes it'll be spirit giving me little details like a birth date. They won't always say, oh, that's somebody's birthday, but it'll just be like this month is significant to her for whatever reason. And then the person will just tell me that, oh, well, that's my birth month. I did that. I've actually did that to a lot of people in here, as well as to be of help to other people and to make sure, I keep my gifts, to where I can help other people with them. I have to have guidance too. So I went to a psychic before and was picking up information about her. And I was like, I feel something with the month of November for you. And she was like, my birthday is November so and so. And she was like, I was like, okay, so that's what that is. But yeah, I hope that made sense. So I would say um, that this uncertainty energy is probably going to be within you for a little while. Um, I was trying to say that May you were going to come out of it, but then you said that that was your birthday, so I'm pretty sure that that was talking about your birthday. Um, I do feel like in about 3 to 4 weeks, could be days, but I'm seeing weeks here for the most part. Um, that you'll have more clarity around that whole situation. So, So it only says one person is in here, but I know it'll do that, and then it could end up still being more people in here. Um, Roxy 25. Are you still here? Just making sure you're still here. So if anybody wants, not that, to at some point book a private reading, it'll be here. I'm not sure if Juliana is still here. She was keeping up with the list. Okay, so Mariah. Mariah GT. I'm better tuned in with somebody when they're in the room. No problem, Juliana. You need your beauty rest. It's 5:12 p.m. here. Okay. Well, if she comes back, I'll get back to her. But so I guess Ari or Ari 17. Did you want a love well, yeah, a general from Romance Angels, Saints and Angels, or Angel Tarot? Yeah, I figured love would be the most popular. That's what most people want help with. Um, Not exactly. I just called your name and you weren't saying anything, so I had to skip over you. But when I get through with her, if you're still here, let me know and I'll go ahead and do your message. I won't ever do the messages unless you're in here. So if at some point you leave or you just don't answer when I'll call you, you won't miss the message, because if you're not here and you don't respond, I don't do them, because then I'm likely not on your energy. So yeah. I'll go ahead and get Mariah after I do our Erie 17. Okay. All right. You have the reconciliation card. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Regardless of what situation you're in now, even if you've found somebody, even if you're with somebody currently, somebody you dealt with before is going to try to pop back up. Um, it could also be that you've been thinking about this happening, whatever the case is. You're going to be reunited, not necessarily getting back together, because my perception of reconciliation can be getting back together with somebody officially, but it could also be um, just reconciling by putting your differences aside and just communicating and just working on your partnership, but not necessarily putting a title back on things. Because I know a lot of people have said, not a lot of people, but I've had one person kind of argue with me about the meaning of reconciliation. And they would be like, well, a reconciliation, I mean, I would think that, it means you would get back together officially, but that's not always the case. Reconciliation can happen in many different forms, in many different ways. Um, yeah, but you don't have to, but this is just telling you that they are going to pop up. This doesn't say that anything is going to happen with them. It just depends on what you decide to do when this person gets in touch with you, or when they cross your path. So, but for the most part, this person, and it's more than likely a recent ex, like your most recent ex, like the last person that you broke up with. Um, so it's also a sign. It could just be a sign that they are thinking about you, though. That'll happen if you're on their mind. I don't know why I have all this different stuff on my face, but it could also be a friendship, like maybe a friend that you have, male or female, either way. Um, yeah, I figured you would say something like that because you're like, uh, yeah, if I'm not interested in them, no. But it could also be like a friend, platonic friend you've lost touch with, um, that you might, start up a friendship with again, possibly, if not a romantic interest. Yeah, something like that. Even if they just maybe like a friend that fell off the face of the earth, maybe somebody you talk to quite regularly, and then they just all of a sudden disappeared. Is Could be a situation like that. Yes. Okay, so that could be what it's definitely about. So yeah. So if not the romance thing, then since it's the friend that you want to talk to, then yeah, that's I feel like yeah, that's what it is, because this deck can talk about not just romance, love, not just love in the romantic sense, but it can be talk about friendships, family members, kids, even pets. So yeah, so that you and that friend will probably, it might start off awkward, but I feel like you and this person, since you feel like you're not, yes, Cleekly, since you feel like you're not focused on an ex of the past, again, it's possible that they're thinking about you, but if that's not the case, since you just said you might want to talk to that friend, um, then that could be what it is. Yeah, y'all will cross paths again. That's what I feel like, that's your message, since it's not really just about a love interest. Yes, Encouragement World is called, like, it's Karma by Queen Naja. You're welcome, Ari. Um I'm trying to find the list. Oh, I have to get Mariah. So Mariah, for specific questions, I stupid song is in my head again. Specific questions I am doing for donations only at this time. However, the general message is free. So if you do happen to have a specific question, um, the link to send a donation is here. And if you want to book a reading with me at some point, you could visit um, my website. Yes, you can have a love card. Um, so after Mariah, it'll be Kai, Roxy 25, and Klee, and then I think I probably should head off after that. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. Um, uh, Mariah, you have the codependency card. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be addictions like drug or alcohol. It could be food. It could be um, what was the other thing? It could be food. It could even be a certain way of thinking. Just some type of behavior um, that is being done too much and maybe needs to happen in moderation, if at all. Codependency could also be that you're holding on to a person too tightly. Um, and it's like kind of like in a relationship where it could be a toxic relationship, pretty much. By Juliana. Um, it could be a toxic situation, or if you don't stop with whatever this is, or if they don't stop, it can affect the relationship altogether and it might cause it to end. So, whatever this behavior is, if you let that go, your relationship could, it could stand a chance to work out better. It was another thing I was trying to say, but I forgot what it was. Uh, I forgot, but codependency. So, it's possibly also about you and or the other person, maybe both of you. Um, you're depending on each other for too much. You're relying on each other for something, for things that you can really only find within yourself. Um, but yeah, so just letting go of a certain behavior, um, and whatever addictions you're having. It could be shopping, it could be alcohol and drugs, but not necessarily. It could be food. It could just be the way that you think. Maybe you constantly think negatively. That's an addiction, also. Um, yeah. So you're trying to find things within each other or within another person that you really can't get from another person. You have to get it from you first. So that is your message. Um, where is that list? Okay. So Kai, I think you told me to pick which one I was guided to the most, but if you want to, you can see if you want to pick, and if not, I'll go ahead and do that. Romance Angels, Saints and Angels, Angel Tarot. So I hope that message made sense, Mariah. Uh, there was something else I had to say about that card, but I forgot. So so Kai, are you still here? You're welcome. I might be on later tonight, but I'm not gonna promise it, but I'll try to be. So I guess he disappeared. If he comes back before I get off, I'll go ahead and get him. Um, I think Roxy 25, are you here? So I guess they left. Klee Klee, are you here? Okay, so I guess you're. It looks like I don't know because this for some reason I think it might just be my account. It's not even the connection. It'll say one person is in here, but it actually be a few more people. But being that you're the only one responding, it looks like you are. So, did you want romance angels, angel tarot, or saints and angels? Alrighty. Hi, Coco. Let me know if you want a general card message. Um, I'll put you after Clee since the other two either left or maybe they're having some connection issues. I have no idea, but hi, Kia. Yes, specific questions are for donations right now. So if you have a specific question, I'm taking a donation for that. However, the general message is free. But I do give you a few decks to choose from. Alrighty. You can pick from Angel Tarot, Saints and Angels, or Romance Angels. So quickly. Hello. Um, so I did call your name, Kai. It's okay. Just let me after I get through with Clee. Let me know. I know you said to pick what I was drawn to, but if you can still pick if you want. If not, I'll see what I'm guided to pick for you. But Romance Angels, Angel Tarot, and Saints and Angels. But yeah. So Clee. So this is a card that not a lot of people. I have no idea which one I showed to you last. Is this the one you were talking about, Kai? Because I kind of put them up there pretty quick and put them down, so I kind of forgot. I think it was this one that I showed you for the third one. I have no idea which one that was. I believe it was this one though. So it was Angel Tarot, Romance Angels, and Saints and Angels. Yeah, I think that's the one that was last. Um, oh, quickly. So this is a card that people don't like to get. Now, this can mean so many different things. It doesn't have to be um, exactly what the card says. I'll see what spirit is giving me for it for you. So when I say it, don't take it to just automatically mean what it says on the card. It'll mean different for everybody. Sometimes the message on here resonate, and sometimes it's not going to. So this is the unrequited love card. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. For you, I feel that that is about dealing with somebody, or maybe dealing with somebody coming up that it's not necessarily that there's not enough chemistry or attraction. It's just that the person doesn't have, for me, I feel like that person is not going to have um, enough willpower. They're kind of like a lazy person when it comes to relationships. Um, and I would say maybe they're not looking for anything too serious, but at the same time, I feel for you that this is just meaning that somebody that maybe you're dealing with or coming up that they just don't have a lot of energy or a lot of motivation or willpower to try to keep up with the responsibilities that a relationship brings. Um, so that's what I feel like it means for you. Um, and yeah, it could be because of work. Um, but yeah, for the most part, I wasn't seeing that the person didn't have feelings for you. Um, it's just that they have a lot going on that keeps them from giving you their full attention. So for the most part, um, so yeah, I mean that's what I feel it means for you. Now for somebody else, it could very well mean what's on the card, but it doesn't always do that. So it'll spirit will give you a different meaning for everybody most of the time. So yeah. So I hope that helps. Uh, so Kai, I believe this was the third one that I showed you. Um, if anybody would like to check my website out at some point, there is the link. Um, you're welcome. All right. So I'm on Kai now. Hmm. Just give me one moment. Okay. So Kai K, you have the pause card, and the messenger here is from Guardian Angel. What I'm gonna do is I haven't used this deck in a while to get a better idea of what I feel it means for you. Um, just let me take a quick look at the guidebook. This is the first. I haven't. This is one of those decks that I just kept on the shelf and haven't used in a very, very, very long time. So, um, so what I'm doing is just looking at their intent, the creator's intent, meaning for the card, and then I'll see what it is I get for you specifically about it. Um, okay, so Kai. The pause card is talking about taking a break, and there's something that you've been working towards that you kind of need to, I guess you could say, put on hold. You're doing too much action for it, and it's telling you to take a step back from it, um, to consider how you feel about whatever this is you've been working towards, and to consider how to go about it maybe a different way. Um, it talks about you maybe moving too fast to get something to happen, and it wants you to slow down and take a break, consider new options, reconsider old options. Um, yeah, just taking a break from something you worked hard on, even if the product or whatever it is that's not finished. Um, there are some things that you need to kind of rethink, and you've been too focused on that situation, whatever it is, and it's wanting you uh, to revisit it at a later time. So, okay. So that was your message, taking a break uh, from working on whatever project or whatever it is that you've been working towards. Um, take some time and reconsider things. So I'm only doing one card per person unless someone makes a donation and has a specific question. I don't want to pull an extra card for one person and not end up doing it for everybody else. Um, so I do, but I haven't been accepting payments from that just because I have no idea what happened to my Cash App card. I might have to get another one. You're welcome. I was at my parents' for a while, and then I came back here. I packed a lot of stuff over there, so it could be somewhere. I probably left it somewhere over there, or I just misplaced it when I was getting my apartment straightened out. Because I don't. That's not it. Because I've been looking for it actually recently, and I can't find it. Normally, I'll end up finding something, and but like a card. If I misplace a card, I'll end up finding it before I have to order a new one, or right after I end up ordering a new one, I'll end up finding it. But I haven't found that Cash App card yet, so I'll just have to get another one. Um, the only thing I have right now is PayPal. Um, I mean, if you want, you can do something to Cash App, but I don't even know if I would. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll just have to order a new card, but oh, me. Hmm. don't know if I should. Um, let's just say I'm in a pretty small state. It's probably the smallest state out of all 50, more than likely. I'm a little careful about giving out certain details because, like I just had, sometimes I'll get comfortable and end up saying it, um, um, but there's just crazy people on here, and I already had a weird, I wouldn't say weird, just some idiotic troll before you came in, and it threw my mood completely off. If it weren't for that, I would probably go ahead and say it, but um, yeah. Still trying to figure out, why would a person, if they don't like what you do, why would they even come in your space to acknowledge it? Just if you don't like it, just don't participate in it. Like, I had one person, I think it was my second to the last live I had, they asked me um if they weren't, I mean, they may have just been curious, but I feel like they were trying to be funny. They had asked me if I was literally just pulling a card for people, and they're like, "Is this witchcraft?" So I don't know. I'm not sure about that person, but my first instinct was that they were a troll. And then before you came in, there was a guy that asked me, probably took him all freaking year, last year and the year before, to come up with it. It was so lame. They asked me, when will I go back to the jungle? That was really hilarious. And they put up the monkey emoji and a banana emoji. Real hilarious. Very funny. And I'm sure you can hear sarcasm in my voice because it wasn't funny. Yeah, that threw me off. For If I've been acting a little weird, it's because since I got the comment, yeah, yep, it's sad. And then they said Trump 2020. Just ugh. Yeah. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, it took me a minute to kind of, and I'm still kind of thinking about it now, as you can see. I had to stop in between people because it was still bothering me, even though it happened like maybe 25, 30 minutes ago. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I generally have an issue with Trump. It's just that he's not fit to be president, in my opinion. The president, it's not his thing, no, I don't think. Mm-mm. But we'll see. I don't think so either. Yeah, that's what I tell people. It's not that I don't know. Because, I mean, the way he acts as a president can say how he is truly as a person, but um, I had really no reason, like before he became president, not to like him until he has issues. Let's just say that. And I mean, people can have their own opinion about him, but um, and as far as being president, it's just, yeah, it's not for him. Yep, he's encouraging it. From what I can see, he's encouraging racism. It's sad that people still have to go through that because it's people like that troll that I had to deal with earlier. They make it hard for you to even want to come out of your own house. Yep. It's very, very, very sad. And I'm literally trying to like hold back tears right now because it's ridiculous. But so, Kia, I will get you a card in a moment. Um, just give me a minute. Yeah. Yeah. And then the whole police brutality type of stuff, that's another thing. Um, can't walk outside, can't walk to the store without, I mean, you already got to focus on staying out of traffic, stand on the sidewalk, and then the wrong person sees you, a police sees you. Um, that might be your last time breathing. You just never know. And I've gotten so paranoid now to where I try not to walk anywhere. Um, I used to walk every day when I was living with my parents, whether it was to the store or just walking around the neighborhood trying to get exercise or Um, Even sitting outside on the front steps, I don't do that anymore. Because you don't have to do nothing for the most part. All you have to do is just be black, and then that's enough for you to for your life to end. Yeah. Like I mean, I'm an inside person anyway, but um it's just that type of stuff. It keeps me even more trapped on the inside. Um, but yeah, it's a disgusting thing. Yeah, right. I mean, I wish I could say it'll be 100% solved, percent solved, but I hate to say it, but I don't think it ever is going to be. I mean, generally, as a person, even if you're not black, you have to be careful. But as a black person, particularly, you have to be extra careful. And then people say that we're over dramatic or we overthink things, but it's because of the things that, you know, the other race has done and caused even before my time. But it seems like it's gotten worse over the past few years. Um, but it's sad. But I'm guessing Kia may have left. I've gotten wrapped up in this whole racism thing, but um, yeah, that's another thing. It's hard to even walk in a store without people thinking that you're going to steal something. I've been watched like a hawk going in the store, and I'm just there getting something I need or something that I want, and I'm gonna pay for it. But I'm not sure though. She could still be here. Because this thing says one person is in here, and I'm assuming that's you, but sometimes it'll do that and it'll be a few more people in here. But I probably back on tonight anyway, so if she can catch me then, then I'll get her then. But I can wait a few more minutes for a few more minutes and see. But yeah, um, I'm not gonna lie to you now. In some situations, in situations like this, I can be patient, but like aside from me using my abilities and stuff like that, I can be very impatient person. So I mean, but I have learned though, I've learned how to be more patient, and I'm trying to apply that into my life. But yeah, hmm, trying to see. Yeah, now sometimes that's a problem too, because especially like in relationships, that's where my main problem is in patience. Like, I mean, I'll wait for so long to see something that I want to see or that I need to see progress in a relationship, but like now, now patience with that has gone right out the window. I'm not gonna lie. Hmm. Um. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I'm just not really even tired, but I don't know what's the word for it. But yeah, I've had a lot going on this morning, and then I come here, try to get my mind off of it, help some people out, and then doing good. And then all of a sudden, this little troll just wants to come in and try to make their day better by trying to make somebody else feel bad. So, yeah. So, I mean, it hasn't been the worst day, but it hasn't been the best either. Yep, definitely did. Because I know I made some people wait for a card. I kept stopping, and I was telling them the reason why was because that comment kept lingering in my head. Um, like, you don't, luckily, I'm not suicidal, but that could have potentially made anybody do something to themselves, or it could have caused a lot of, like, for I guess you can get, yeah, I guess you could say for me it's causing um maybe a little trauma. I already have PTSD enough as it is, and stuff like that. It just makes it worse. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it around, but I've dealt with trolls in many ways, but that's the first time I've ever gotten like a, a racist comment. So pretty much their insult was to me to um, predict my own future and tell them when I'm going to be going back to the jungle. Like I don't even. I don't know. Yeah. The comment did make me think about a lot of things that maybe um people forget about and might need to be brought up, but I just hate that people have to go through in order to see what in the world. Um, I'm listening. By the way, I just live in my neighborhood for 5 minutes. You'll see. Even during school hours, when these kids should be in school, I'm hearing them screaming outside. And half of the time, from what I see, they're not being watched. I mean, you didn't hear that, did you? it it's it was like a that was an odd scream though. That's not even a playful scream. And it's dark out too. It's not completely dark, but it's like dark enough to where they need to be in the inside. My kitchen window is right there, so that's what I'm looking at, trying to figure out where the noise is coming from. And they are loud. And these apartment walls are already thin enough. I've literally heard kids screaming at like 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night outside. I don't know if they're ever by themselves, but why they would even be outside that late at their age, I don't know. Um, yeah, it's ridiculous. Sometimes I'll have my niece and nephews over here, and they'll be causing a bunch of noise too, but they be screaming like they see Jason or something outside, like that scream that you just heard. I don't know where that came from. Mm, I don't know because it's like I feel like I see maybe an adult outside every blue moon, but for the most part, I see them out there by themselves. If they don't mind, they don't need to be parents then because I mean, yeah, they could have been playing, but even in that case, and especially it being dark outside, as dark as it is now, um, they should have somebody watching them. From what I've noticed, they've been out the door by themselves. I guess you can look out the window and check and make sure they're okay. But for me, if I'm going to send kids outside, I want to be out there with them. Hi, Rita. Just give me a moment. Kind of trying to get my energy back on track here. But yeah, if I just know I'm not going to be outside watching them, I'm not even gonna send you out the door. I'm just gonna say, sit in here and watch TV or draw or color or something, but I'm not sending you outside if I'm not gonna be out there. Yeah. It's early now. It's getting dark earlier now, like 5 or 6 o'clock now up here. Um, but still it's dark and still they need supervision. The cards that I have to choose from, Rita, is Angel Tarot, Saints and Angels, and Romance Angels. Yeah. Huh? Depends on what card you get. Those are just the decks. They don't really have like specific uh meanings. The meaning depends on what card you get from whatever deck. So Angel Tarot is just tarot deck, but it's inspired to be like angelic. And it has angel wings and stuff on it. It's a more softer version of regular tarot. And then Saints and Angels Oracle cards, you get a message at the top, a keyword at the top, and then at the bottom it tells you the messenger that gives you the message, and then I'll tell you what I feel it means for you. Or Romance Angels, this could be about friendships, romantic relationships, um, relationships with kids, um, things like that, family members, siblings, romance, if I didn't say that already. The card, though, they will mean something different for everybody. So even if I pull you a card, it may not send, spirit may not give me anything about romantic feelings. This deck just can talk about friendships, relationships in a romantic sense, or just relationships generally with family members and things like that. So it is a general message. So whatever comes up is whatever I feel for you about the card is what I'll tell you. Um, I think I might do that like whenever I get off. But okay. But for the most part, I got these babies and you can see them and they kind of help with things like that. So rose quartz stone and amethyst. Okay, let me get you a card, Rita. I'm guessing it was this one because I was not paying attention to which ones I was showing you. Whenever I put them down, I forget the order that I had them up in. So it was this one. This is Romance Angels. I think this is the one you were talking about. And I think I might play like some meditation music when I get off. But for right now, these are my friends. Same to you. And thank you for listening to me rant and for shedding some light on some things. think that was a sign for something. Ever since I had like a card of the day message that I do for a certain website, that card came up. I was already getting signs before then, and then that card came up, and I've been getting signs all day, and I've been getting tested all day. So, yeah. But same to you, and I might be back on later tonight. I don't know. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. Um, and yeah. All right. So when I get Rita, I think I'm gonna head off. Unless somebody else hasn't had a card and wants one really quickly. All right. So Rita, you have healing family issues, and the message is your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, it's not gonna always mean the exact thing that I'm telling you. That's what's on the card. Um, I will definitely try to do that. I really think I just need a nap right now, but that might help. I use most of the time when something like this happens. If I get a good sleep, it'll refresh me and it'll get it off my mind for the most part. But so this could mean Rita, but you have a good night too, Kai, and I hope I'll get to see you again. But healing family issues, you'll have like benefits as you forgive your parents. So Rita, that could be about, it's possibly that your parents or whatever a particular family member uh, either didn't treat you like you wanted them to, or they didn't maybe give you enough attention, and you're using that as um, how do I put it? What's the word? You're using that um, I guess as a way not to find. I'm trying to make this make sense, but I can't get the words. I have it, but I can't get the words. Um, maybe your parents or a particular family member, um, maybe they judged you in the wrong light, or they just didn't give you the attention that you wanted or needed growing up, or maybe even now, to the point where it's affecting your ability to have stable relationships. It could be that your parents are having problems and that's affecting you. Um, they could be separated. That might not be the case, but some cases it's hard to come up for somebody whose parents are no longer together, and it's kind of, even as an adult, it can affect you. Um, and while you're letting it affect you, you're letting it affect your own romantic life because you fear that you would be like your parents. But again, I feel like it's the other one where you're not getting you didn't get enough attention from your parents or a particular family member that you desired to get certain attention from, um, or they paid attention to, if you have siblings, they paid more attention to them. Um, and maybe you felt left behind out of certain things. It could be that right now you're not seeing eye to eye with your parents, possibly. Um, um, but yeah, what do you? I mean, tell me what it is that you feel about this card, because um, I feel like it's where the one that I said where you're letting the way that your parents treated you. It doesn't mean that they just treated you badly. It just means that maybe most of the time like they didn't treat you like you felt like you deserved, or maybe you felt a certain way about the way that they were acting towards you. Um, or it could be a situation now where they're having problems, and it's affecting, it's tearing apart any future relationships or current relationships that you have with your own partner. Um, so yeah, so as you forgive their shortcomings and step away from the problems that they're having with each other and not putting so much focus on that, um, then you can have a more stable connection with somebody. Mm, it could be a sign that it might affect you coming up if it's not now, because normally this card would, it's either one of those things that I said, and it may not make sense right away. But if you're dealing with somebody, though, if it's not you, this could be their energy. And while they're not giving you the attention that you need because they're focused on ended up like their parents and not forgiving their parents for attention that they didn't give them. So if it's not you, it could definitely be them. And if you're wondering like why your relationship with your current partner or whoever it is you're concerned about, or even just a future love interest. This is just saying that this is why they are acting the way that they're acting, because they're focused on this. They don't want to end up in a situation like their family members, like their siblings or their mother or their father, something like that. So if it's not you, it could definitely be them. So does that make any sense? So I can give you a general message. However, general message does not always talk about what you want to know. It is just what spirit wants me to give you. So it may not be anything about what you're asking about. But yes, I can pull you a general card and see what comes up. Um, and Earth Angel, yes. So I have a few decks for you to choose from at the moment. Angel Tarot, Romance Angels, or Saints and Angels. So just let me know which one of those you want. For specific questions, I am doing donations for those for specifics and more in depth. So, and then, alrighty, so Saints and Angels. And then that's my website. If anybody decides they want to look around and maybe book a reading with me and contact me aside from here. Okay, so Saints and Angels. So I'm gonna go with Laura first, as she asked, and then Earth Angel. I'm gonna get you. So Rita, I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, could you let me know if when I said that it was about, if it wasn't about you, it could be about somebody that you're dealing with. Like if you're in a current relationship, it could be why they're not giving you their full attention. Um, okay, so you can call me gifted soul or gifted, or if you want. I do have a bit of a shuffling process. Um, so it can take me a minute between each person. Give me a minute here. Okay, so um, give me 1 second. So I have your card, but I'm trying to. So Laura, you have uh the animals card, and the messenger is Saint Francis of Assisi. Assist. I don't know what that is, but if you can see at the bottom, that's the messenger that gives you this message. It tells you that you are able to connect deeper with animals. Sometimes they could be the answer to certain situations in your life. You have the ability, whether you know it or not, to communicate and get messages from animals. So whether that is a dog, as you can see here, there's, I want to say those are doves. There's two white birds. There's a cat. Um, these animals, you probably maybe haven't paid attention to it, but these animals have given you messages in the past that maybe you didn't pay attention to. And then also, it says that animals trust you. Whether or not you trust them is a different story, but they trust you and they want to help guide you. Um, so pretty much this is wanting you to work on your connection with animals. Let's see. It's also a card associated with nature. Yeah. So yeah. So either you have a strong bond with animals, or it is a bond that you need to strengthen with animals, because they can actually help you with a lot of things. So that's the message that comes up for you. I know you asked about your career. Like I mentioned, a general card. For me, a message that's general is not always going to touch bases on what a person wants to know about. It's just going to give you a random message that maybe you weren't focused on before, to give you something new to focus on. Um, so, yeah, just be more open to getting to know animals, and you'll find that you'll be able to communicate with them. And you did ask about career, so this may be saying you'll be working with animals, maybe like at a pet shop or veterinarian or whatever you think comes to mind, possibly. If you want this as a career card, this is possibly what it may be talking about. So that was your message, Laura. I hope it made sense to you, or that it will at some point. Sometimes they won't make sense right away, but then later on you'll find, oh, this is what she means by that. It can take some time for you to see what I mean. Um, so I hope that makes sense. So Earth Angel, are you still here? Earth Angel. Please do let me know if you're here, Earth Angel, and then Laura. If you're still here, let me know if you got your message and if it made any sense. I'm guessing not. If you're here, let me know, Earth Angel, and I will get your message. I only do the messages when people are present because I then know that I'm on your energy. Hmm. Oh, hmm. So I guess Earth Angel is gone and Laura is gone. Hmm. So if anybody else would like a card and hasn't gotten one, let me know. I'm about to head off pretty soon, so now is the time to request if you haven't gotten a message. If you have a specific question, I'll be doing donations for those. So Earth Angel going once, twice. Alrighty. Um. Oh, I was trying to figure out where that came from. Okay. Hmm.